We in the ACLU of Southern California have been fortunate to have so good a friend in Larry Tribe. More important, however, this nation has been fortunate in having a man who has told us all what our Constitution means and has done so much to try to preserve all of our rights. Sometimes he has been successful in the Supreme Court and sometimes not. But no one in this nation has done more to ensure that our constitutional rights will be protected. He is a true American hero, and we are fortunate to have him at Harvard, in Washington, and here with us tonight. It gives me tremendous pride to call him my friend and to present him with the first Ramona Ripston Liberty, Justice, and Equality Award. Larry, we love you, and we thank you for all that you have done. Thank you, Ramona. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Well, I can't tell you how grateful I am for that much too generous introduction, Ramona. It's the kind of thing my father would have loved and my mother would have believed. I want to thank all of you for bestowing the first Ramona Ripston Liberty, Justice, and Equality Award on me tonight. I couldn't have earned it without the love and support of my children, Carrie and Mark, who unfortunately couldn't be here this evening, or of my partner, Elizabeth Westling, who happily is here with me tonight. I accept with deep humility, knowing that I stand on the shoulders of one of the greatest workers in the vineyard of civil rights, Ramona Ripston. She makes accepting this prize a singular honor. Ramona has been a towering leader of what is certainly the greatest ACLU chapter in America. And although I don't yet know her successor, Hector Villagra, I understand that he's among the very few who could continue her vision with grace and strength. The American Civil Liberties Union performs an irreplaceable function in holding our nation's feet to the fire of its founding ideals. And in the ACLU galaxy, the real supernova is indeed the Southern California chapter, amassing, I know I should pause for applause, but I'm trying to be brief, amassing an astonishing record of implausible victories against injustice, partly because of the legal talent and boundless energy and imagination of its great chief counsel, Mark Rosenbaum. Mark unfortunately had to be in China tonight, but mostly because of Ramona, who had the wisdom to bring Mark and his many terrific colleagues on board, the wit to point this unruly organization in the right direction over the years, and the worldliness to make strategic and tactical choices that almost always outflanked and outwitted the opponents of liberty and equality. In a word, Ramona rocks. And I'm genuinely humbled to accept the first annual award named in her honor. For over 4 decades now, I have taught and written about constitutional law and its role in securing what the Constitution's preamble describes as liberty and justice for all. Part of what I've loved about that vocation has been the chance to unravel some really gnarly legal puzzles. Part of what I have loved has been the opportunity to teach and to learn from literally thousands of really amazing students, including folks like Barney Frank, Elena Kagan, and of course, Barack Obama. But what I've loved most has been the experience of working on cases
where the law could redress the grievances of those at the back of the line, where those discarded by our society could be made whole, and where those on the margins could be brought into the center of the circle. What has meant the most to me has been the chance to help all of those courageous people solve terrible problems in their virtuous quest for freedom, equality, and dignity. Whether it was working with Mark and Ramona to represent minority kids seeking fair educational opportunities here in LA, or representing migrant workers seeking compensation for injuries they suffered at the hands of agribusiness in the South, or representing tenants seeking fairer rents and more decent housing in the Bay Area, or working with the ACLU to fight discrimination against gay men and lesbians, or helping poor and working class people all around the country seeking greater access to civil and criminal justice when I launched a new initiative for access to justice in the Obama administration last year, or working as I am right now with Bobby Shriver and with the Southern California ACLU and others in the case of Valentini versus Shinseki to represent the brain-damaged veterans who have been left homeless by the nation for which they sacrificed so much. It's experiences like these that have meant the most to me and that I will always consider myself singularly blessed to have had. This evening's honor is one that I accept not for myself, but on behalf of all of those whom I am honored to have helped along the way, and the many more that I hope to help before I am done. I hope you won't find it too corny for me to end with some words from Tennyson, words with which my friend and political hero, the late Ted Kennedy, concluded his speech at the 1980 Democratic Convention. I am a part of all that I have met. Though much is taken, much abides. That which we are, one equal temper of heroic hearts, strong in will, to strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield. As that great senator said in closing his remarks, the work goes on, the cause endures, the hope still lives, the dream shall never die. Thank you very much.